ओम गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. Okay, we shall do a short while, maybe a half an hour or so on Mulavidya Nirasa. Tomorrow we can do Vedanta Paribhasha. Okay. So in the fourth one, in the last talk, I think we have done little fast. I'll just do little revision of the past one. Basic thing is, Vedantin outlined his Vedanta Prakriya. Examining the three states is enough to help you to discover who really you are and what is the real nature of the world. The truth of the universe, the truth of yourself is one non-dual consciousness. This can be understood by just examining the three states, because three states are so universal as well as comprehensive. Waking, dream and deep sleep. These three states are universal as well as comprehensive. They comprehend the entire world. So examining the entire world, so by examining these three is enough to arrive at the truth. So how does it do? He has done outlined briefly how to examine that. Now the common man is thinking, he says, no, you can never see non-duality, because the dual means something me and other than me. What is other than me is the world. So that world is always there. I am always stuck with the world. That means there is something second to me, and second is always sticking to me. There is something second to me, and it is always sticking to me. This one, okay, there is something second to me, and it is always sticking to me. This you can never get rid of. Because in waking state, the world is, dream also the world is, in another world, maybe a different world, but there is some world. You are not free from the world. Even in deep sleep, world is. In the earlier section, and the earlier passage, that is number 3, I am just repeating number 4th. In the number 3rd passage, 3rd Khanda, Swamiji calls it Khanda in Sanskrit. In this 3rd passage, we have seen that the world is there in deep sleep also. This is what common man thinks. Common man thinks that world is there even in deep sleep. So you can never be free from the world. Now in this 4th one, he says, even in waking and deep sleep, world is very much there. In deep sleep, very much the world is there, even waking and dream. Regarding this waking and dream, little more elaborately, common man advances, presents his understanding of the world. We have done it before, I suppose. We'll do it quickly. Napi swapne prapanchasya bhavaha. Nor can we say that there is no world in the dream, because drishyatehi yakkopi prapanchabhasa. You might think, Purapakshi is continuing, that's a common man is continuing. You might think that in the waking alone there is a world. You give up the waking world and you go to the dream, and therefore, since you are giving up the world in order to go to dream, you may think that there is no world. Are you trying to say that you are free from the world just when you go to dream? You exist in your dream, but you are detached from the world. World doesn't exist. Do you think like that? If you think, you are wrong. Who is telling? Common man. He says, even in dream there is a world. That means you are always in association with the world. World means something other than you. Even in dream there is duality. In waking, of course, there is duality. In dream too, you are related to some world. That means you are a relative being and you are always in association with the world. That means there is a continuous interaction with something other than you. There is something other than you, you are continuously interacting. You are never free. You are continuously in relation with somebody else. If there is somebody you are called upon to relate to him, face him, both good and bad or whatever, there is a relation always causes a stress because you have to respond. You have to continuously respond. Relation means continuous response. Continuous response puts a pressure on us. Therefore, drishyate yakkopi prapanchabhasaha tatrapi. Therefore, even in dream, there is some kind of a world. World means an interaction, a relationship, a pressure upon me. I am never free from the second one. To be free from the world means to be free from any pressure, to be free from any tension, to be free from a pressure of responding to something else. I am relaxed all alone. Such a thing doesn't exist. Even in dream, I am related to the world. Now, next, you may say, before you may advance this argument against a common man. Jagaritepi prapanchabhasaha eva. Vedanti may say like that. Why do you say in dream alone is only a apparent world, an imaginary and apparent world? It's not a real world. Why do you say about the dream? Even waking is only apparent world. Who is telling? Vedanti. Vedanti says whether in the waking or in the dream, world is apparent. Because in waking also it is like a dream. Dream is of course a dream. Both are just appearances. There is no real world. So what is only appearing is not really existing. It's only appearing but not really. It is only a conception, not a real existence. Existence is me alone. This is Vedantin's view. He is presenting his view to common man. Common man may not appreciate, but at least he is presenting. The world is only an apparent, imaginary. Therefore, what is apparent doesn't stand as a second to you. Like in a mirror, when you look at a mirror, you see your reflection in another person. But does he constitute a person second to you? A second person? An additional person to you? Or in spite of your reflection, you are alone? Do you feel that you are surrounded by another person? You are facing another person? No. Because another is only a reflection. Similarly, Vedanti says the entire waking world is only a simple reflection, just like the dream world. Dream world is only an appearance. By appearance, what we mean is it doesn't constitute a second one. It doesn't constitute a parallel existence. You alone exist. Others is only appearance within you. It is within your existence. It is not an additional existence. Okay? The world, dream world is not an additional existence, second or a parallel to you. Similarly, waking is also a conception alone. The entire waking as a state. Take waking as a state. Waking as a state, your body, your mind, your sense organ, and you as an individual. Along with all this, the entire world constitutes one state. It is only a thought. It is only a conception. It doesn't constitute another existence, an existence parallel to me. The me is a pure existence, nameless, limitless, unspecified, means uncircumscribed, circumscribed, infinite existence. The me is an infinite existence and there is nothing parallel to me. Anything that appears, it's like a mirror, a reflection in a mirror. You come to the room, there are 4 or 5 mirrors around you. You see them. You see as if there are 10 people. Have you ever seen there used to be, I don't know whether there used to be some glass houses. Means some ice cream and some such things, some milk and certain things they would sell. It's not a big hotels. They are only just simple things like ice cream, milk, and only such things they give. There are some one hall hotels. As you enter the one hall, there are mirrors on the left side and the right side and the front and the back. As you enter, you feel 10 to 15 people are entering along with you. You sit there, you see them 10 to people, you are surrounded by 15, 20 people. You watch them, each of them, they are only you. Just reflections. There is nobody else except you. You are alone sitting in the hotel, in the room, you feel there are 10 people sitting around you. As you move your hand, you see 10 people moving their hands. After examining, you understand, oh, there is nobody, I am alone. But in the beginning, as you step in, oh my God, there are so many people. You feel that there are so many people in the room. But as you sit down and watch each picture in the mirror, wait, these are only mirrors. These are only reflections. And I am alone, there is nobody else. I am alone. Oh my God. Though I am appearing as 15 people, I am alone. 15 are appearances of one existence. Similarly, this is an illustration. Similarly, my existence, not as an individual, but as a Sakshi, the witness of the entire state, the consciousness, existence of whom as consciousness, the consciousness pure, non-relative consciousness. Jnatru is a relative consciousness. Knower is related to known. Jnanam is about an object. But here this jnanam, this consciousness is not about something. This consciousness is not related to something. Consciousness is just being consciousness. Okay, that is me. So anything else is only like a reflection. Within me alone, it doesn't add to my existence. It doesn't constitute a second existence, a parallel existence. But existence remains infinite one infinite, one limitless existence, leaving room for nothing other than me. The consciousness is so pervasive that it leaves room for nothing other than that. Therefore, just as a dream world is an apparent, meaning it doesn't constitute a parallel existence, waking state too is a simple appearance. It's an apparent world. It doesn't constitute a real existence. Okay? Therefore, it doesn't constitute a second existence. So, Jagaritepi prapancha abhasa eva. Vedantin say, why do you say dream alone is an apparent world? Apparent means not really existing. Not really existing means it doesn't constitute a second existence to you, a parallel existence. It doesn't challenge my existence. It is not competing with my existence. It is included in my existence. All that its existence is included. I am the existence. Like in reflections, if you are in 10 reflections in a mirror house, in a mirror house there are 15 reflections, but I am the real one behind all these 15 people. These 15 have no existence. In the illustration, in the 15 reflections you see in a room, I am the real one and all of them are me only. So they don't constitute an additional person. Similarly, the entire world is only my own reflection. Me means here the pure existence. That means a Sakshi. The entire avastha is a reflection of Sakshi. It doesn't constitute outside Sakshi. It doesn't make an additional existence outside Sakshi, independent at Sakshi, parallel to Sakshi. It is in fact, it is included in the Sakshi. Sakshi's existence, its existence is included in the Sakshi's existence. Okay. Therefore, just as a dream is only an apparent, means has no existence, so it only appears. Similarly, waking is also an appearance. The entire existence of the waking is myself. I as a Sakshi exist. As a pure consciousness I exist. In my existence the entire world is appearing. Just like on the screen of a TV, you see the entire drama. Entire drama doesn't exist outside the screen, independent of the screen. It is included in the screen. Similarly, the entire waking world is also apparent. Hence, its existence is not independent, but included in the Sakshi's existence. Sakshi's existence, this is a repetition. Sakshi is synonymous to existence. Existence is synonymous to Sakshi. There is no Sakshi's existence. It's just a way of telling. Okay. So, prapancha abhasa eva. Natu asti paramarthika prapancha. There is no a real parallel world. Whether in waking and dream, it's only apparent. Who says? Vedanti. Manabhavat, because there is no proof to say that the world exists independent of me, Sakshi. Can you prove it? Can you see the world independent of your Sakshi, your consciousness? Because it's only appearance. Appearance is in my existence. There is nothing apart from me, other than me. Therefore, Manabhavat. Tathacha na bhranti siddhena prapanchena sadvitiyam atmana. Therefore, with this, a false apparent world, you don't constitute dual. Dual means you and accompanied by another one. You cannot say Atma is a Dvaitam. Dvaitam means you are an individual accompanied by something other than you. So this is called Dvaitam or duality. So you can't say there is a duality. Atma is na bhranti siddhena prapanchena. With this apparent imaginary world, Atma doesn't become a dual Atma. Atma means reality. There is no reality, there is no real duality, because what you call the second one is only an apparent, not an existence. Not an existence, not a reality. This is what Vedantin has made a suggestion. It just repeated his own stand to the common man. Common man, you know what he says, that Jagaritam Swapnatulyamiti Pratignya Matrena. He says, just by comparing that waking is similar to dream, you are only orally comparing. Jagrita, waking is also apparent world, just similar to dream, you said. Who? Vedantin told. Common man doesn't accept. He says, how can you say that? How can you say waking world is similar to dream? Dream is apparent. Dream is personal, primate and imaginary. Waking is universal, common to all. No, independent. Waking is independent, common to all. Okay. And substantial, concrete. Waking is concrete world. See, waking is concrete or substantial, you can say. Concrete, it is not just an abstract and imaginary. Okay. Waking is concrete, universal. It's not private and personal. It's not personal, it is universal. It's not private, it is common to all. It is universal and common to all, and it is an independent world, parallel to me. Who says? Common man. World is an independent to me and parallel to me. But dream cannot be called as a parallel to me. Dream is only an imaginary. I can accept dream is imaginary. But how can you say waking also is similar to dream? No, I can't accept it. Who says? Common man. Jagaritam swapnatulyamiti pratignya matrena. Just by making a statement, just by claiming it, it becomes true. You are just claiming it. Nahi sarvajananubhava siddham. The world which is universally experienced by all, you can't deny it, that it is a simple appearance alone like a dream. Regarding dream, I can accept your words. It is personal and private, my own imagination. Therefore, others are not seeing. It's not universal. But waking is universal. I am not the only one seeing. We are all seeing it combined. Together we are watching the world. We are interacting. We are experiencing. Okay? Sarvajananubhava siddham. Tayoho vaishamyam apannotum shakyate. You can't deny the difference between waking and dream world. The difference, the separation. So, waking world is not similar to dream. It's different. Who says common man? It's different because its very existence is different from dream. Okay? Jagrati Vidyamana. Why he is explaining himself? The common man is explaining himself. Jagrati Vidyamanav Deshakala Nimitta Sampattihi Abhadascha. Ityetau Jagradavastayah Swapnato Vailakshanyam Sputam Gamayataha. So there are two reasons I show you. Common man says, there are two reasons I tell you which prove that the waking state is separate, independent from the dream. It is unlike a dream. It is something different and separate from dream. You can't club it up with the dream. What are they? Deshakala nimitta sampattihi abhadascha. There is a time, place, and cause and effect. The waking world is existing in a certain pattern. Dream world, of course, is an imaginary, wild imagination. From there, you think that you have gone to somewhere, America. But how can you go to America? There is no time. But in the waking world, everything happens within time. That means if you want to go to Delhi, it will take certain number of hours. You can't skip it. If it were imaginary world, as you think you have gone to Delhi, as you think you come back from Delhi, that is a dream. But in waking state, can you go to Delhi and then in 2 minutes you can come back? You can't come back. There is no vehicle which takes you 2 minutes and 2 minutes. 1 minute go there, 1 minute come back. It's not possible. That means you follow certain time in the waking state. Time doesn't allow you to imagine anything. But dream you can imagine. Place also. The distances are real in waking world. In dream, distances are unreal. Time is unreal in dream. Time is real in waking state. Therefore, in waking state, desha, place, distance is real. Distance or space is real. Time is real. Cause and effect is real. In dream, anything you can imagine, suddenly something appears. But here you can't imagine anything. Just by imagining, something won't come into existence. Something really you have to produce, you have to manufacture. You can't just imagine. Therefore, Desha Kala Nimitta Sampatti. This Desha Kala Nimitta Sampatti means the factors, the important factors of time, place, and cause and effect. Time, place, or conditions. These three are unique to waking state, which is unlike dream. Okay. Another thing is second reason. Two reasons he told. He told there are two reasons which prove that waking is a separate and independent state, independent from dream. Is a separate. It's not similar to dream, nor you can take it as a part of dream or club with the dream. You can't club with it. It's of different nature. One is there is a time, space, and cause and effect are real. You are living in a real time, real place, and real cause and effect. Unlike dream where there is no time, place, etc. nothing. Anything can happen instantly, anything. So that's all imagination, but not waking. Okay. Second reason is abhadata. Swapna is unreal. As you wake up, you understand. Oh, it was unreal. It was just a dream alone. Earlier, when you were in dream, you felt it was real. But as you wake up, you understand. But have you ever experienced that you woke up from this waking state? Never. Nobody has ever experienced that I have woken up from this waking. Waking is like a dream. Therefore, I woke up from that. Nobody ever has an experience of waking from the waking state. Okay? Just as you wake up from the dream, so too, can you wake up from the waking? Therefore, due to these two reasons, One is time, space, distance, time and cause and effect are real. This is one factor. Second factor is it is unnegatable. It is unnegatable. So these two reasons, nimitta sampattihi abadascha, these two reasons prove that waking is unlike dream, different from dream, independent of dream. Unlike, different and independent of dream. Sputam gamayata, very clearly this proves. Apicha, moreover he says, nirindriyasthane avasthitantakarane dosha samskara nimittaja pratyaya pravaha eva swapnaha tadanya jagaranamiti tayor lakshana bhedopi asti. Another thing is the very nature, they are different in their natures. Now I will show you the very character of dream, the nature of dream and the nature of waking are different. Now I shall show you. Nirindriyasthane avasthita antakarane. Dream is purely from the mind. It's an experience of the mind. Sense organs are not used. Sense organs are left out. In the waking state, you experience the world through your sense organs. That means they are directly, the waking world is presented to the sense organs. Indriya gochara, we call in Sanskrit. Waking prapancha, jagrat prapancha is indriya gochara, whereas dream prapancha is mano gochara and not indriya gochara. If you say in English, the waking world is presented to sense organs. There is a sense perception of the waking world. Dream world, there is no senses and the world is not presented to sense organs. There is no sense perception in the dream world. Dream world is a purely mental perception. That means mind's projection, mind's imagination. There is no sense perception. Sense perception is present in waking. Who says? Common man. Remember, common man says sense perception is present in waking, whereas in dream there is no sense perception, only mind's perception or conception. Mind's perception is conception only. Mind's imagination. Thus, these two states are clearly demarcated, different from each other. So, avasthita antakarane dosha samskara nimitya pratyaya pravaha eva. Another thing is, dream occurs due to some error in the mind. Error in the mind means mind is disturbed. It's not a natural. Little abnormality. Abnormality means you are under stress or some such thing. It's an unnatural state that you start imagining dream. Okay. So, dosha samskara. Second thing is, it is due to samskara because mind imagines the dream. But waking, you are not imagining the dream. You happen to see the world. Are you imagining the waking world? You can't. Dosha samskara nimittya pratyaya pravaha. It is a series, dream is a series of thoughts. And the thoughts are projected from your mind, past impressions of the mind. And that too when you are in a sleepy mood. Dosha means here, asleep. Only when you are under sleep you can dream. But whereas, do you mean waking state also? You experience a waking state under a sleepy mood? Is it within sleep? No. By leaving the sleep, when you wake up, you find the waking world. Who says? Common man. Common man says, you come to the waking world after you wake up from the dream. It's a real substantial world. Whereas a dream is an imagination. So this difference between waking and dream is so clear. Mind projects dream, it is a purely mental experience. Mind's perception or mind's mind sees. Whereas the waking, in the waking there is a sense perception. In dream there is no sense perception, only mental projection or mind's. Jagradavasthaya, okay. Iti swapna tadanya. Only just 5 minutes kutko. So, pratyaya pravaha eva swapnastadanya jagaranamiti tayor lakshana bhedopi supratipadah. So therefore, their nature, of waking and dream can be clearly perceived. Tata hi Shruti. So, this is not only my experience, even the Shruti says. Upanishad says, na tatra rathaha na tarata yogaha bhavanti tan srujate. See, in dream, there is no ratha and roads. There is neither vehicle nor the roads in the dream. You only imagine. Whereas waking, existing roads are there, things are there, you are only using them. You are only seeing them and using them. You are not projecting. So there is such a steep contrast between waking and dream world, and you can't tell them, you can't say that both of them belong to one category. Okay? Ityadi. Swapnasya mithyatva pratipadakaha. Upanishadic mantras say that dream is mithya, imaginary, false. Smritischa. And to support this, not only Upanishad is Brihadaranyaka. Even Mahabharata, Moksha Dharma Parva is there. Even Mahabharata says the same thing. Dream is personal, private, imaginary. Okay? How Indriyana uparame mano anuparatam yadi. When sense organs don't function, sense organs cease to function only when mind is active. Sense organs are inactive. Okay? Uparama means they cease to function. They withdraw functioning. Or you say, they rest, let us say. When sense organs are resting but mind is active. See, during dream, sense organs are resting but mind is active. Anuparatam. Mind is active. Sevate vishayaneya. And that mind becomes active and starts seeing the things. Sevate vishayanevam. It starts experiencing. Sevate means it starts experiencing the objects, dream, imaginary objects. Then understand that to be dream. Okay? Tad vidyat swapna darshanam. Understand that to be dream. So here, one Shruti Vakya, one Smriti Mahabharata Vakya. Both of them are conquering my statement that dream is only in imagination, waking is real. Dream is personal, private, waking is universal and common to all. It is a substantial and common to all. But dream is personal and private. Okay, this is the difference. Iti nacha kvachidapi evam shastresu jagaritasyapi mithyatvam pratipaditam upalabhyate. Just as Upanishadic mantras, Mahabharata says that the dream is an imaginary world and not real. Is there a single quotation, tell me, which tells that waking is also imagination and unreal? You show me one quotation, single quotation. Impossible to find. He says, Kvachidapi evam shastresu jagaritasyapi mithyatvam. That waking state is false, similar to dream. No sentence is there. Pratipaditam upalabhyate. You don't find a single statement which confirms like this, which says like this. Napyanubhuyate. Nor is it a matter of our experience. Neither Shruti or Smriti says, nor it is a matter of experience that the waking and dream are similar. Waking is also false. Nobody experiences. No Shastra says. Yena bhavedapi tasya swapnatulyatvam. Therefore, you cannot say waking is similar to dream. Who says? Common man. Athava, another argument he says, punastu jagrat swapnayor bhedaka lakshane nasta eveti tathapi anubhavarudattvadeva sukha dukkha bhedavat tayor bhedaha kena varyate. Okay, even if you assume, it's just an assumed argument. The Purva Pakshi or a common man says, even if you assume there is a difference between waking and dream, no, bhedaka lakshane nastaha, even if you think that they are similar, okay, bheda nastaha, and there is no distinguishing features, they are all similar, okay. Even if you think that waking and dream are similar and no distinguishing features, and distinguishing one from the other. No distinction from the waking and dream. They are very similar. Even if you take like that, still you can't deny one fact of life. What is that? Anubhavarudatva. It is an anubhava, it is a universal experience that dream is one state, waking is in another state. Are there two states or not? Anubhava aruda means it is a common man's, everybody's experience that we have two different states. Can you deny that? Can you deny that these two are different states? They are not one state. Sukha dukkhavat, like a pain and pleasure. Can you say pain and pleasure are same experience? Of same nature? No. Pain is in contrast with pleasure, pleasure is in contrast with pain. They are totally opposite nature. Don't you see the very nature of pain and pleasure? Just as pain and pleasure are two different experiences, you can't call them as a similar experience. Say in the same way, waking and dream are two states. You have two states, which is everybody's experience. Nakena varyate, who can deny it? Okay? Tasmat vailakshanya swapna jagar. Therefore, they are totally in contrast. Waking is different from dream. Na swapna samyat jagaritepi prapanchavasaha shakyanumanaha. Therefore, just by claiming similarity of waking with dream, just by claiming a similarity of waking with the dream, you can't say that waking is also an imaginary. No. If you start inferring like that, oh, waking is also similar to dream, therefore this is also imagination. You can't say that. If you said, then that would amount to like this. What is that? Bhut, ma bhut, tuhina sadharmyat, dahanopi taddharma. Tuhina, dahana. Swamiji uses beautiful Sanskrit. Tuhina is ice, dahana is fire. Just because both are perceptible to eyes. Fire can be seen by your eyes. You can visually you can see them. Eyes also see them. Therefore, they are similar. Can you say similarity? How can you say fire is similar to ice or ice is similar to fire? Don't you see them? They are totally different in their nature. One burns, another cools down. How can you say similarly? Waking and dream are so dissimilar, so distinguished from each other like the fire and ice. Okay? Tasmat, therefore conclusion, one sentence I said concludes. Tasmat swapne prapanchavasaha prabodetu tatyaha eva prapanchaha pratiyate. Therefore you must accept that in dream there is only an apparent imaginary world, whereas in waking substantial, real and concrete world. Concrete, substantial, universal world, not private and personal. Iti you must accept, you have no choice. You are bound to accept. Iti abhyupagantavyam, you must accept, there is no choice. Tatascha siddham prapanchattvam atmanaha swapne nirvivadamevacha jagarite. Therefore, what is established is, common man says, there is a world, maybe imaginary, but there is a world. In waking, of course, there is world. There is a real world. Therefore, and deep sleep, there is a world, we have already proven in these things. Now with this, what common man says is, world is there in all the three states. World is there in all the three states. Therefore, just claiming that there is no world, by examining the three states, you come to understand Atma independent of the world, not only independent, is devoid of the world, not independent of, not only independent, it is devoid of the world, worldless Atma. Atma alone, worldless. This you will come to know by examining the three states. Therefore, common man says, he has got one more passage to say that we will discuss in the next class, but his conclusion is that by examining the three states, you cannot arrive at Atma's all alone, non-dual nature, devoid of the world. Okay, you can't. Common man says that. Common man has got one more paragraph to say that we shall tell in the next class and proceed with the reply to him. Okay, in the next class we shall proceed with a reply to common man. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Hari Om Tat Sat. So hereafter we will come back to our normal schedule. I think I have changed my timetable, so I hope I will be able to maintain. So today being Monday, I spoke in Telugu Gita Bhashyam, and tomorrow Vedanta Paribhasha and Parva, and then Mulavidya. Tomorrow we will have Mulavidya Nirasa half an hour, and also Vedanta Paribhasha in Kannada half an hour. Tomorrow we will have 2 classes. Okay. Om Shanti Shanti.